All right, hey YouTube, Derek Giddings back at you. I am going to do this video as a YouTube exclusive. You'll only find it here. This is for my subscribers and the viewers that have been with me and stuck it through all the years and now are interested in getting info on the MR556 A4. So this will be a fun one. So tonight what I want to do real quick, I've got a two-gun match now tomorrow, so I've got to get ready for that. And but before I do that, I'm going to send this out to you. It'll be kind of fun. What I want to do is give you an overview comparing side to side the all-new HK MR556, but let's put it next to a German MR223 A3. We'll talk about just real quick some of the similarities and differences. I don't want this to be super long, but I want you to see both. Be kind of cool, and maybe we'll even talk again just briefly about the full auto block. So stand by, stay tuned, here we go. All right, we're back on the bench, and yep, that's right. You're gonna see a couple different guns here. So on the bench, we've got both the all-new HK MR556 A4 and a all-German HK MR223 A3. So let's just do a flyover, and I'll try on hit on some of the differences. You'll see some of the similarities, and let's just zip through it. Don't want this to be a super long video, and I want this to go to the folks that have the interest and follow stuff here on YouTube. So let's kind of do butt to tip again and zip through. So we'll start over here with the HK MR556 A4. We've already talked about the stock. Comes with the slim line. The MR223 that came over in some quantities, not through HK USA, came in as a pistol with no stock, but in Germany you see it offered with the same slimline stock. One difference: the HK MR556 A4 has a mil-spec buffer. It also has the adjustment points that we've talked about. The MR223 A3 has a commercial spec buffer tube. Now, what most people won't know about this on the German MR223s, the slimline stock fits both the mil-spec and the commercial, obviously, but you're not going to be able to put the mil-spec stocks on the German receiver extension or buffer tube right there. They both have the extended castle nut. The MR223 in Germany has these little claw mount attachment points for the end plate, whereas like we've already talked about on the MR556 A4, it's got the QD attachment for the end plate, which is really nice. Okay, as we move off of the buffer and we kind of head on to the lower, the MR223 A3 and the MR556 are basically the same on this side of the gun, the left side of the gun, except again, we've talked about this, the selector levers on the new MR556 A4 are the 45-degree selector lever, whereas the MR223 A3 in Germany has the HK 416 A5 90-degree selector lever. And I'm going to put one of those on my gun so I can get it to work with aftermarket triggers. The ambi release is the same on both. This has the rounded trigger guard. So does the US MR556 A4. They've got the same trigger. HK, I saw in their paperwork, actually calls this a two-stage trigger. In my book, it's a one-stage trigger. So anyway, be aware of that. It's not really a two-stage trigger. Grips, this is the new, I think it's US made, kind of looks like CC9-ish to me. We talked about the grip angles already. This is that German V7. These two are very similar. We've kind of talked about that. No need to spend a lot of time there. The hand guards are interchangeable. I put the MR223 handguard, which is here in the RAL 8000, on the MR556 A4. No fitment problems, locks up nice and tight. Of interest, that handguard has the retained screw. I've already pointed out the MR556 A4 has the retained screw. So those are both the same. And there's all kinds of different handguards. It's just important that I think you know they're interchangeable. The German guns, the MR223s, come with the folding front and rear sights. The US gun does not come with any iron sights. Okay, gas block. On the upper, again, the MR556 A4 has got the adjustable gas block that you see, and we've already talked about. The MR223 A3 has got the standard non-adjustable gas block. All right. I've changed the muzzle device out. You've already seen that. 1/2x28 thread. This is the 15x1 European thread. The MR223 A3 has got the heavy profile barrel. Pay attention right here towards the rear of the gas block. You can see how thick that bad boy is. The MR556 A4 has got the slim down, lighter weight. You see where it necks down right there? Barrel. The barrel on the US gun, you can see how it's marked right there. On the German gun, you can see how it's marked right here. Okay, as we move back, on the left side of the receiver, they both have the gate for the bolt release. Bolt release gate. Rear folding sight on the German gun. No folding sights or iron sights on the US guns. Pistons, you'll see all the same. Nothing different there. The adjustable gas blocks, the main difference. You can see the markings. Again, that's the MR556 A4. The black gun is the US MR556 A4. The RAL 8000 gun is the German MR223 A3. Okay, let's move on to the charging handles. The black one obviously is the US MR556 A4. You can see, pay attention to the little levers right there. You can see it's the large extended on both sides, a little bit bigger. And it's, you know, big ambidextrous, whereas the other one's kind of small ambidextrous or changeable. You change to right lefty. The bolts are the same. See that little cutout right there? That's for the auto block. So the semi bolt, which is also cut at the back for semi. What that does is, if somebody has a HK 416 full auto bolt carrier, that notch isn't going to be there, and it's going to, you know, I'm not going to tell you about it. That's enough said. The German bolt, as you see here, has matching serial numbers on both the carrier and the bolt head to the gun, to the barrel, to everything on the gun. Interestingly enough, oh, one other thing. They both have the retained pins there. Both the German and the US bolt carrier do not use cotter pins. Interesting, on my MR556 A4, the bolt carrier came, you know, it's German marked, but the serial numbers match for the bolt and the bolt head, but do not match to the gun. Okay, kind of interesting. All right, we could talk about some more things. I want to keep this short. That's the bulk of what you need to know. Hope you got a little bit of information between the two, all German and the US. I think what this shows you is the US offering is pretty darn spectacular for an upgrade. I've appreciated all the questions that have been coming in and comments, and we'll keep going through this as I make adjustments to the gun and learn things as we go. It's not like this is some kind of new creation. At the end of the day, this is, you know, an AR-15, if we want to call it that. It's just that here we are. We got a beautiful updated version of a great gun here in the US, and it's really, really nice. The lighter weight profile is really, really nice. Of course, the MR223 A3 with the heavy barrel is really nice for somebody going after even enhanced accuracy. I mean, that barrel is It's heavy, but it's a really sweet shooter. All right, I got a 2-gun match tomorrow. Hall pass to go shoot the 2-gun match, so I got to go get myself put together. Neither one of these guys are going to see any action tomorrow, but I'm going to use a different MR tomorrow. So there you have it. HK MR556 A4 next to the German HK MR223 A3. You guys have a good night, great weekend, and we'll talk soon. See you on the range.